The TSAR bomb was the most powerful nuclear bomb ever created and tested on the face of the Earth. It was detonated by the Soviet Union on October 30, 1961, thus recording the largest man-made explosion in the history of mankind. The nuclear arms race during the Cold War peaked with the detonation of the TSAR bomb. A bomb so powerful that the Soviet builders themselves were unwilling to test at full capacity. The fear was that of the amount of radioactivity it would release and the successful genetic effects it might have on future generations. The TSAR bomb was supposed to make the whole world tremble in the face of the might of Soviet technology. In the last video, which you can find by clicking here above, we have seen what are the effects on health in the event of an atomic bomb explosion. The TSAR bomb was a three-stage hydrogen bomb. The first, with nuclear fission, to trigger the second, characterized in turn by a nuclear fusion of light atoms, such as hydrogen. The developed energy thus triggers the third stage, consisting of another nuclear fission. The site chosen to test the TSAR bomb was Midjusicha Bay, on the island of Novaya Zemlya, north of the Arctic Circle. The means of transport was a Soviet Tupolev Tu-95V bomber. A huge four-engine monster, specially modified for the important task it had to perform. A smaller plane, the Tupolev Tu-16 bomber, equipped with scientific instruments and video cameras for test analysis, was to fly alongside the other bomber, ready to film the explosion. Tupolev Tu-95V bomber, together with the observer aircraft, took off on October 30, 1961, from the Kola Peninsula to the island of Novaya Zemlya. The TSAR bomb was detonated in the atmosphere at 11:32 a.m. on October 30, 1961. It was dropped from a height of 10,500 meters with an 800-kilogram, 1,600 square meter parachute. The parachute was used to slow the descent of the TSAR bomb and give the bomber and his team more time to escape before the detonation. Despite this, their survival was 50%, life or death. The TSAR bomb weighed 27 tons, 8 meters long, and 2.1 meters in diameter. The hydrogen bomb exploded autonomously 4,000 meters above the ground. After a very intense flash of light, a huge fireball was generated, which expanded to a diameter of almost 8 kilometers and was visible from almost 1,000 kilometers away. It approached the ground, and then ascended, and reached the altitude at which the Tupolev Tu-95 bomber had been at the moment of the bomb's release. One of the planes, which was at a distance of 115 kilometers, was hit by the shock wave and plunged into the air over 1,000 meters, but managed to regain control and land safely. The mushroom cloud had spread outward, reaching a maximum width of 95 kilometers and a base of 40 kilometers wide. The mushroom cloud reached a height of 67 kilometers, nearly 8 times the height of Mount Everest. Although the sky was cloudy, the lightning was visible from a distance of over 1,000 kilometers. It was observed in Norway, Greenland, and Alaska. The seismic wave, generated by the shock wave of the explosion, circled the planet 3 times. To understand how devastating the explosion was, let's compare the TSAR bomb with other nuclear bombs. We take 2 reference measurements. Mount Everest is 8,849 meters high. Airliners fly approximately 10,000 meters. The atomic bomb, dropped on Hiroshima, was called Little Boy. The mushroom cloud reached a height of about 15 kilometers and had a power of 15 kilotons. The one on Nagasaki was called Fat Man. It reached a height of 18 kilometers and had a power of 21 kilotons. Licorne, tested by France. It reached 25 kilometers in height and a power of 1,000 kilotons or 1 megaton. Castle Bravo, tested by the United States, reached 40 kilometers in height and had a power of 15 megatons or 15,000 kilotons. The TSAR bomb reached 67 kilometers in height and 50 megatons or 50,000 kilotons. The explosion of the TSAR bomb was over 1570 more powerful than the 2 combined bomb, dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II. It also represented for 25% m of the estimated yield of the Krakatoa volcanic eruption m of 1883, which released an energy of 200 megatons. To avoid too much nuclear fallout, and that the bomber itself, that had the task of dropping the bomb was destroyed, it was chosen to limit the power of the TSAR bomb. The original project provided for double the power, that is 100 megatons. The bomb was weakened to 50 megatons. All the buildings, both wooden and brick, located 55 kilometers from the site of the explosion, were completely razed to the ground. Over 100 kilometers, the wooden houses were destroyed. The stone houses lost their roofs, windows, and doors. Interruption of radio communications was also reported. The heat of the explosion could have caused third-degree burns at 100 kilometers. The window panes, 780 kilometers from the explosion, were broken. At a distance of 900 kilometers, the window panes were partially broken. Testers appeared at the site of the explosion 2 hours later. Radioactive contamination posed no danger to the test participants. This was possible because the fireball did not make contact with the ground. This was prevented because the bomb's extremely large shock wave was reflected. If this had not happened, the result would have been very different, and certainly more catastrophic. According to the official version, no dead were found.